We've all been there. Days when perhaps we haven't felt quite ourselves. Days when we just want to shut the world out, or days when we want to tell everyone exactly what we think of them in lurid and vivid detail, and precisely where they can stick their job. Now, assuming this hasn't resulted in you being fired, arrested or punched in the face, life usually returns to normal pretty soon afterwards. You eat a few stroop waffles, watch a few videos of cats doing crazy things, and then you're back to your cheery self. But for some, they can be chronic and every bit as debilitating as a physical illness, and have a profound effect on not just our own emotional health, but also of the people around us that we care about. You would have to be deaf, dumb and blind these days not to have noticed the current push to raise awareness of mental health, and rightly so. I mean, even Lady Gaga and Prince William are talking about it, and to each other no less. You couldn't make this stuff up. I mean, if a double act of a meat suit wearing singer and second in line to the throne can't raise your spirits, who can?
Hello, Prince William.
Hello, Lady Gaga.
Good morning. Well, it's afternoon.
So what, you may ask, am I doing talking about mental health on a channel dedicated to cycling? Well, over the years I've had quite a few people comment on how cycling has helped their mental health, so I felt it was time to speak in more depth about this important issue. Now, mental health problems aren't just limited to the classic depression. They can encompass a whole range of issues such as stress, anxiety, panic attacks and eating disorders. In fact, anything that makes us feel shit. According to mentalhealth.org.uk, 1 in 6 people will have experienced some kind of mental health issue over the past week. Without putting too fine a point on it, many things can lead to us feeling shit. Money worries, problems at work, family issues, low self-esteem, not to mention that soon to have a black eye difficult person. The list goes on. Once there though, it can feel like a very lonely and impossible place. With this in mind, I heard an absolutely shocking statistic recently. The leading cause of death for men under 50 is not, as you would imagine, accidents or illness, but rather suicide. According to mentalhealth.org.uk, 1 in 15 people has made a suicide attempt at some point in their lives. Believe me, happiness is not trivial. Being happy is every single bit as important as being physically fit and healthy. In fact, I would argue that it forms the foundation of our entire well-being. If we don't feel good, this can sometimes reduce our immune systems and even our ability to overcome illness. Now, I'm not a doctor, but my father had a lifelong battle with his own mental health, and he died from a fairly mundane illness when he was 54. But if he'd had better mental health, who knows? He might have had the strength to fight it and still be with us now. Traditionally, mental health issues were treated with drugs, but nowadays we're encouraged to try other things such as counselling or taking exercise. Now, I'm not saying that cycling alone is the be-all and end-all of mental well-being, but if you feel that you are experiencing some kind of issue, I would strongly suggest that you first speak to someone, either a health professional or someone close to you, to try and get access to the wealth of support and treatments that are available. There really is no need to keep it to yourself. As cyclists, we ride our bikes for many reasons: exercise, transport, or simply because we enjoy it and it makes us happy. Getting out on the bike is so much more than just physical exercise. It's also getting out in the open air, meeting up with friends. It can help you lose weight and improve your self-esteem, and it allows you to take your anger out on the open road rather than that annoying person who starts their very loud car up every morning outside my house. I mean your house. Any house. The link between mental health and exercise has long been established. Just as cycling is good for your physical body, it can also help your emotional well-being. Essentially, when we exercise, it releases chemicals in the brain called endorphins, which are, for want of a better term, the feel-good hormones. This is why we usually feel like we're on a bit of a high during and after a ride. If you're a little down or stressed out, going for a quick blast can be a great way to cheer yourself up. I've certainly done it myself in the past. It's amazing how empowering taking on a hill and getting over it in one piece, or simply completing a long ride can be. It probably won't be the answer to all your problems, but it might just give you the hope and strength to believe that things can and will get better. Thanks for watching.